don't understand when people get married and then, like, right after they're married, they just complain about being married. Newlywed couples, if you're like a year into your marriage and you're like, being married is really hard, then I don't think you should have gotten married.
For real.
I don't think marriage should be that hard right out the gate. When I lived in New York, I lived across the street from this, like, young couple. They lived in a brownstone, really nice apartment. One night, the husband came up to me and he was chatting with me. I forget what we were talking about, but his wife walked up. She was gorgeous. She looked like a model, to be honest. He's like, oh, this is my wife. He introduced each other. And then she was like, all right, babe, like, I'm going to go inside. Like, he's like, all right, I'm going to stay out here and talk to this Malcolm kid. He was talking to me. The minute she walked in, he was like, bro, don't get married. I was like, oh, okay. Like, how long you guys been married? He was like, 6 months, bro. Worst decision ever. Like, when you're just telling basically strangers that you're unhappy, that's a good sign that you're unhappy. Like, you must have known. Like, you literally a couple months ago weren't married to her. Now you're married and it's all downhill. Like, that early, that soon, you're already unhappy.
Now, before I get into my little mini rant, understand there's exceptions to everything. This doesn't mean every person's going to have the same experience. I know that. You should know this. Guys, no matter what you do in life, there's going to be challenges, pros and cons to everything. Nothing's going to be perfect. Nothing's going to be 100% the way you want it. But I will say this. There are people in this world who want to get married and they don't want it just for the glitz and glam. Like, they actually want to be with somebody. They actually want to compromise. They actually want to do things and serve somebody and vice versa. I think that if you're the type of person where you're like, oh, let's just get married to do it. Fuck it. You don't do it. You're not the person to get married. You're also not the person who's going to be there in the long run when times are hard. What I notice about a lot of people is people want everything to be cupcakes and rainbow and we're ice skating through fairyland all day long. That's not how it works. You have things that happen in your relationship that are supposed to make or break you guys to become a lot stronger. That's the whole point of marriage. You should have vetted this person out as long as possible before putting a ring on them. I personally feel like women who shove marriage down men's throats are insane. You should want a guy to marry you. You should want a guy to want to be your husband, to want to do this for you. Forcing it or constantly complaining about it, I know women's dream is to get married, but look what you're asking for when you're begging somebody to marry you and they're not ready. Because do you want to be the woman that gets the hush ring or the goddamn here you go? You know what I mean? You don't want that. You want a man to hardly be like, this is my wife, I'm married, and be proud about it. The same way women glow when they got a good man by them, the same reason men will also glow as well when they got a good woman by their side. I think it's really crappy that people get with, I guess, partners and then talk crap about them. Y'all, I will never understand having somebody's last name, wearing the ring that they got me just for me to be like, don't get married to this type of man, and vice versa with men. I could never understand why you guys get with somebody you are repulsed by. And don't come to me blabbing your gums about your partner like I care. It's not going to convince me to not get married. I just think that you're dumb and slow and married the wrong person. Like, I've even seen women before where you'll just be like, oh, wow, you got like a family and all that stuff. And they'll be like, yeah, but my husband's dumb as rocks. He's so stupid. Can't even do this. Can't even do that. And that attitude is making him want to do those things. Shit, if you called me a dumbass every day, I don't think I would try shit, because no matter what I do, I'm an idiot to you. So me personally, I think that a lot of the time, some people do create problems in their relationship. I think that people look for misery instead of looking for better things in a relationship. Think about this. You can either look at your partner and pick at every little thing they do, or be happy that you got somebody that at least met you halfway. Remember, y'all, nobody's perfect. You're never going to meet somebody who meets all the things that you want. But if you get at least, 70-80% of that, and they're missing a couple things, I'll take it. I'll take it. I really will, because like I said, the flaws is what makes us human. We're perfectly imperfect people. I see nothing wrong with that. And like I said, I wouldn't want somebody to fucking be disgusted by me because I'm either clingy or I might be a little obnoxious, or I like to goof around a lot. Damn, you can't stand my guts because of that? Like, yeah, and like I said, I know that this is not for everybody, because I know that some people act like they're a certain type of wife or husband, and then when you get married to them, now they all of a sudden a whole different person. But this is why I tell you guys, the vetting process is very crucial. I'm just more bothered, y'all, and the reason why I make this type of content is because I grew up watching my family members, like, they're all married, you guys. They're all have been married since they were 16, old school love. So when I see this generation, a lot of men don't want to get married, I don't blame y'all. And like, since 80% of women have initiated divorces, it's kind of hard to convince a man to want to marry you. He's got to see that you're a good woman. He's got to see that you're a fit woman for him. But that's why I can't stand all these dumb married couples, because they had such a fucked up experience, or they got with the wrong person. Now they're giving us all their damaging points on their life. I don't really want to hear about your life. You and your wife don't even look compatible. You know, like, I can look at a couple and just tell they don't go well together. So how are you laying up with that person every night and you weren't deciding Carol wasn't pissing you off? You know what I mean? She looks like a scarecrow at night and you don't like her, but you're repulsed by her, but you're the one who married her. You know, I don't get it. And I just find it so messed up that y'all could talk crap about your partners to complete strangers. Anytime I meet somebody and they start dog walking their partner, oh, he's a dummy, he's this, I'm just like, damn, girl, that's a man you took a ring from and he's an idiot? No loyalty.